Welcome to the NAIA Women's Volleyball National Championship Qualifier Reveal. I'm Jim Powers, and we're here at the NAIA headquarters in downtown Kansas City. In just a few moments, we will reveal all of the qualifiers and the bracket for the 43rd Annual NAIA Women's Volleyball National Championship, beginning with opening round play on November 19th at 24 sites around the nation. 48 teams will enter opening round play, and the winners of those 24 sites will advance to the NAIA Women's Volleyball National Championship in Sioux City, Iowa, beginning on November 30th. The march to the NAIA national title begins now. There are two primary ways that a team can qualify for the national championship opening round field: by receiving either an automatic bid or an at-large bid into the tournament. The number of teams in each league that have participated determines the number of automatic bids in each conference. Leagues with 10 or more schools receive 2 automatic berths, while conferences with less than 10 institutions receive 1. Automatic bids are determined by each conference and can include conference regular season champions, regular season runners-up, tournament champions, or tournament runners-up depending on the league. The remaining berths not occupied by an automatic berth are determined by the NAIA Women's Volleyball Selection Committee, comprised of NAIA head coaches and administrators from around the country. Now, let's take a look at the opening round matchups. These 24 matchups are set to take place on Saturday, November 19th at campus sites throughout the country. The first matchup will feature the Mountaineers of Eastern Oregon. The Mountaineers enter as the number 1 overall seed and are the winners of both the Cascade regular season and postseason tournament with an overall record of 30-2. They will face Mobile. The Rams are the Southern States Athletic Conference tournament runner-up. Our next matchup sees the Jimmies of Jamestown as they will host an opening round match. The Jimmies were the champions of the GPAC regular season and tournament champions with a record of 31-2. They will take on the Bees of St. Ambrose, who joined the field with a 24-9 record and are making their 7th postseason appearance. The Warriors of Midland from the GPAC have made the field with an at-large berth after finishing the season with a 25-4 record and will host the Warriors from Indiana Tech. The Warriors joined the postseason for the 5th time with an overall record of 28-7 after a runner-up finish in the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference tournament. The Bulldogs of Concordia will enter the postseason as the GPAC tournament runners-up with a record of 23-5 and will host the Falcons of Florida College. The Falcons won the CAC tournament and have an overall record of 28-9. The Warriors of Corbin will host an opening round match after earning an automatic berth as a tournament runner-up in the Cascade. They will take on the Red Hawks of Benedictine Mesa. The Red Hawks were the CalPAC regular season champions with a record of 24-6. The Tigers of Dakota Wesleyan from the GPAC are in the postseason after earning an at-large berth with a record of 22-7 and will take on the Coyotes of Kansas Wesleyan. The Coyotes entered the tournament with a record of 28-6 after winning the KCAC tournament. The Spartans of Missouri Baptist returned to the postseason after becoming the AMC tournament champions with a record of 29-3 and will host the Lions of Bryan. The Lions joined the postseason with a 25-7 record after a runner-up finish in the AAC tournament. Our next matchup features the Red Raiders of Northwestern after they earned an at-large berth with a record of 21-7. They will host the Panthers of Philander Smith in the first round. The Panthers won the Gulf Coast tournament and have an overall record of 22-9. The Lions of Sagu returned to the postseason for the 2nd straight year after winning the Sooner regular season and tournament championships. The Lions have a perfect 32-0 record and will host the Gold Nuggets of Xavier. The Gold Nuggets are the Red River tournament champions and have a record of 21-8. The V-Hawks of Viterbo are back in the postseason with a record of 28-7 after they claimed the North Star tournament crown. They will play host to the River State's regular season champs, the Pioneers of Point Park. The Pioneers enter play with a record of 25-6. The Pioneers of Mid-American Nazarene make their 7th appearance in the playoffs after claiming the Hart regular season and tournament titles as they finish the season with a 28-1 record. They will host the Toppers of Blue Mountain Christian. The Toppers earned the Southern States regular season and tournament crowns with a record of 34-2. Our next matchup features the Trojans of Taylor. The Trojans won the Crossroads regular season and tournament titles with an overall record of 30-5 and will host the Mid-South regular season champs, the Tigers of Campbellsville. The Tigers are making their third postseason appearance and enter play with a 21-6 record. We're halfway through the 48-team field. We will reveal the rest of the matches after this word from our sponsors.
Craftsmanship that honors your passion, hard work, and talent in every way. You can feel it in every panel, every element, every cut. Handmade for this very moment. For all that you put into the game, you should expect nothing less than perfection.
Welcome back. The Pirates of Park are back in the postseason. The Pirates enter the tournament with a 26-5 record and finished as the runner-up in the Hart Tournament. They will host the Phoenix of Cumberland. The Phoenix won the Mid-South Tournament and are making their first appearance in the tournament with a 24-7 record. The Bruins of Bellevue from the North Star earned an at-large berth with a record of 26-7 and will welcome the Golden Eagles of John Brown in for a first-round match. The Golden Eagles are out of the Sooner Conference and enter the postseason with a record of 22-9. The Flames of the College of St. Mary from the GPAC finished the regular season with a record of 19-8 as they earned an at-large berth. They will host the Cougars of IU Kokomo. The Cougars won the River States tournament title and enter the postseason with a record of 30-6. Our next matchup features the Golden Eagles of Cornerstone as they earned an automatic berth by winning the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference regular season and tournament titles with a record of 32-3. They will host the Bobcats of St. Thomas. The Bobcats took home the Sun Tournament crown and enter postseason action with a record of 19-5. The Eagles of Central Methodist from the Heart of America Conference make their fifth postseason appearance after earning an at-large berth with a 21-8 record as they will host the Cougars from St. Xavier. The Chicagoland top seed enters the postseason action with a mark of 23-8. Our next match features the Knights from Marion as they were the Crossroads Tournament runner-up with a record of 23-6. The Knights will play host to the Buccaneers from Park Gilbert. The Buccaneers won the Calpac tourney title and will enter the postseason play with a record of 24-10. The Wildcats from Indiana Wesleyan make their 11th postseason appearance after earning an at-large berth with a mark of 24-7. They will welcome the Battling Bears from Rocky Mountain for a first-round contest. The Battling Bears won the Frontier Tournament crown and have a record of 20-14. The Ore Diggers from Montana Tech have earned an at-large berth into the field as the representatives from the Frontier Conference and have a 24-8 record. They will host the GSAC regular season champions, the Warriors of Westmont. The Warriors come into the postseason play with a mark of 22-6. The Cougars from Columbia College are again in the postseason. This is the 28th time that the Cougars from the AMC have earned a tournament berth as they have a record of 26-10. They will host the Braves from Ottawa. The Braves were the KCAC regular season champions and entered postseason play with a record of 25-10. The Raiders of Southern Oregon from the Cascade earned an at-large berth with a record of 21-10 and will welcome the GSAC tournament winners, the Warriors of William Jessup, in for a first-round matchup. The Warriors are making their first appearance in the postseason and have a record of 17-9. Up next, the Rams of Columbia International join the field for the second time with a 35-7 record after claiming both the AAC's regular season and tournament titles. They will host the Pilots of Bethel. The Pilots out of the Crossroads League earned an at-large berth with a record of 21-11. And our final first-round matchup sees the Broncos of Hastings from the GPAC joining the field with an at-large bid boasting a record of 19-13 as they will play host to the Rams of Texas Wesleyan. The Rams were the Sooner tournament runner-up and enter the postseason with a mark of 26-5. Let's take one more look at the championship field. The 43rd annual NAIA Women's Volleyball National Championship opening round gets started on November 19th at 24 sites throughout the nation, culminating with the NAIA Women's Volleyball National Championship final site beginning on November 30th at the Tyson Event Center in Sioux City, Iowa. Catch all the action in the National Championship final site on the NAIA Network and the championship round on ESPN3. Thanks for watching, and good luck to all of our qualifiers.